Alright, welcome back to the couch with me and Remy. Hopefully she's going to be a little bit more behaved today, but we'll find out. So meant to be a much quieter week. I didn't know what I was going to talk about in this vlog, but it ended up being very eventful. Week started off, went to see a friend of mine, Stuart Forman, had a new special. Not really a special, but a new 1 hour solo show. He was doing it for the very first time. That went really well. I'll put a link to his first solo show below if you want to check it out. But this new one, I thought, for even doing his first time, I thought it was even better than his first one. So that's a good sign. Once he starts working on it, I think it's going to be really good. I had no bookings. She's not behaving. You're meant to behave. All right, come on, sit down. I had no bookings until 14th of May. And what I've noticed is when you do a gig, no matter how well it goes, you're always like, yes, need to get up, need to do more. But the longer it is between bookings, the more you're like, oh, why am I doing this? Should I be doing this? Am I good enough? You get all those little voices. And so that was kind of starting to happen. And then all of a sudden, I got a message from Johnny from Candy Comedy, saying, hey, I've got a show that's like, sort of like, what's his face? Kill Tony. He's like, I think you'd be good on it. Do you want to do it? And I was like, no. I saw the thing come up and I was like, it's not a show that I would really be interested in. But then I thought to myself, what else am I doing? And also, the fact that I don't want to do it should be a sign that I should do it. Because it's like, it's the ones you don't want to do that you learn more on. So I said yes to doing it. And then a couple hours later, I get a message from Sit Down for another one of their open mics at the Junction. So like that, since I've come back, which has only been, what's this, like a month and a bit, that's now the third Sit Down gig I've got, which is pretty good. I know people that only get 3 a year, so things are looking up there. I must be doing something right. So the Candy Comedy show, the Kill Tony-esque show, I decided to not do any jokes. What? So you had 3 minutes, and then afterwards you had a couple of people that were going to critique you. So I was like, you know what? There's something I've wanted to do for a couple of years, and it's just get up on stage and just sort of do, like, just go for it. I had an idea, I had a concept in my head. I ran it past Stu, and he was like, yeah, maybe just do this and this, which was really good advice. It worked well. So I just kind of went up with no jokes written, no prepared anything, no plan B either. And it started off pretty slow, and then it kind of ramped up, and then I found a sort of direction, and I think it ended up pretty well. And I'm really glad I done it. I mean, today I've ended up writing another 15 minutes, and I think, like, because I've just been in that mindset, I've done nothing today, I've procrastinated, and I've just walked around the house just thinking about comedy and thinking about jokes and writing on my mirror. And I think I've written, like, about 15 minutes worth of material. Whether it's good, don't know, but it's something. And they're all ideas. We'll work on them. But that was good. So before I went on stage, I was thinking I could just do this joke, this joke, this joke, and I was like, no, Jared, you've done this before. You're like, if I do these jokes, it'll be safe and they'll laugh and it'll be fine. I was like, no, don't give yourself a plan B. Just fucking do it. That's what you're here for. This is why we come to this gig, to do something that you've never done before. And it wasn't just that I had never done this sort of thing before, but the type, everything was completely different to anything I've ever done before. So I done it, went all right. Another interesting thing about that show was the people that were on it. Like, I didn't recognize like almost anyone on the lineup, and it ends up like some of them have been doing like 2-3 gigs, and there's a couple of them that were just talking about Brat Pack and how their Brat Pack heats were going. And I was like, holy crap, that's me and my friends a few years ago. And it was weird seeing it's like, oh, I have been developing and I have been growing. As much as like your little voice in your head's like, no, you're still crap. Like listening to them talk about that, and then at the start of the show, the crowd was a little bit weird because the sound wasn't great because it was their first time at the venue, so they'll probably fix that. Now they've had a show, so it wasn't very good. The sound, and then I heard like Anne got up. The comedian's done a couple a little bit at the start, then Anne got up and she kind of just went at the crowd, was a little bit more energetic and was swearing, and the crowd really reacted to that. So I was like standing with a couple of new guys. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna swear more in my act because the crowd reacted to it, and they were like, oh, I would never really think of it like that. And I was like, oh yeah, crap. Now I wouldn't have either before, but now I'm actually like aware of everything that's going on, like looking at what the crowd are laughing at, what they're not laughing at, and adjusting. And they're like, oh, I've just got my 5 minutes and that's it, and I've timed it to like the minute of the 5 minutes. And I was like, okay, I have come somewhere in comedy. Like if I got on stage and decided, no, I'm not doing this, and I just wanted to pivot, I could have probably just done 3 minutes, which I couldn't have previously. I was in the same boat as them. I would have 5 minutes that I thought was great, ends up probably was average, and it would be like, I've got it word for word. So it was good to see that I have actually taken like another. I'm not like at that starter level, but that was good. It was a good confidence builder for me to be able to do something new, get on stage. There was a really good crowd, it was a large crowd. Ended up being a few Scottish people in the audience. I'll see. I haven't looked back at the footage, but there might be some footage that I can actually put in this video for a change. There might be actually some footage, so we'll see about that. I also saw Jimmy Missens was giving me a shout out on his podcast. Jimmy also does vlogs, although he does them as vlogs. That's one thing. I need to get off this freaking couch. Like, this isn't a vlog. This is just me in my lounge room talking to a camera. Like, a vlog is, you need to get out and about. I need to. That's my goal for next vlog. Actually, do a freaking vlog. Get out and do something and film and do stuff with your camera. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, Jimmy. I'll put a clip up here, like over the top of this. I'll put a clip of Jimmy's shout out.
He's come back to doing comedy the last month or so, I think, and he did his first vlog, posted it yesterday. The guy I'm talking about, I'll just give him a shout out. You guys go check out his vlog and shit like that. His name's Jared Fitzpatrick, and yeah, super nice bloke. Always having a chat to me and shit at gigs and stuff like that. So he put out his first vlog, a little bit different to what I'm doing, but I think that's good. I think it's good that everyone has their own tangent of it, and at the end of the day, we just all encourage each other to go listen to it and make it a normal thing for the scene. But yeah, I was watching his vlog, and then surprisingly at the end of it, okay, he goes, look, I'm coming back to the comedy scene. Obviously, I've got to set a few goals. Now, he goes, oh, I've got a third goal as well. I'm like, oh, this is intriguing. What could this be? And he goes, there's a relatively new promotion in the scene run by comedian Jimmy Missens. And I'm like, oh, shit. He's about to say it. So then he goes, my third goal would be to get on a West Park Productions gig. And I'm like, oh, my God. It gave me a hard on at gym this morning while I was watching it. And, yeah, it was a nice little shout out from a comedian starting to pound the scene again, and to be put in like the same bracket as Sit Down and Good Chat for like a gig that someone wants to get on as a goal. Yeah, pretty crazy. But yeah, fucking cool little shout out. Go check out his vlogs, things like that. I sent him a DM after. I'm like, mate, that's a heavily, maybe this was his plan all along.
Which was my plan all along.
Maybe he's like, oh, this will be an easy one to tick off. Because I messaged him after I finished. I'm like, hey, cool vlog, mate. Good job putting the effort in. I'm like, next time I'm booking a West Park gig, fucking you've got a spot. Let's tick that one off straight away for you. Like, in my eyes, it's like, that's not a huge fucking goal, but hey, full credit to him. And I'm glad I can help people achieve their goals around here.
And there it was. Probably. So, yeah, now the dog is going nuts. Oi! Right. So, yeah, my goal was to go on Jimmy's show. I didn't do that just to get on. Like I know if he saw it, he would have put me on after that. But I also know I could have just messaged him and said, "Hey, have you got a spot?" And he would have like put me on the lineup anyway. But I went to one of his shows and it was really good. It actually was a goal of mine to get on there. But it's good that it actually made him feel decent about himself, even though I've got this little vlog that no one watches. At least he watched it and felt good about himself. Yay, that's a win. So coming up, I will be doing Junction, not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. I think it's the 26th of April. Is this April? Yep. About then, I don't know. Like, you're not going to come anyway. But I've got sit down at the Junction, and then after that, Tick Your Box on the 14th of May, which that is actually going to be a really good gig. I saw the lineup, and there is one of my favourite Brisbane comedians on there. So I'm going to go and try and do like my best 10 minutes yet. I'm very excited about that one, and there's plenty of time, 14th of May. So I will have lots of practice. Brisbane Comedy Festival's coming up. I'm going to 3 shows so far. Next weekend, Mark Simmons, English comedian, we're going to that. Then Kieran Salmon, local Irish comedian. A bunch of us are going to that, and then probably going to see Jack Knight, who is my favourite Brisbane comedian. He's brilliant. He's just crazy. So there's some recommendations if you're looking for something to go to in Brisbane. This has now gone for too long, so I'm just going to wrap it up here and not ramble again. So, bye.